for maths, there are two types of maths paper 1 and paper 2. The material almost the same. If paper 2 you can use a calculator, but in paper 1 you cannot use calculator. For each paper have 50 marks, and then each paper have 1 hour to finish the question. And then in here you will be needing a geometrical instrument. What is geometrical instrument? You will be needing compass, protractor, ruler. So make sure maybe later if you have time, you can, if you don't have those stationery, you can prepare it. You will be needing compass, protractor, ruler, and also for paper 2, you will be needing calculator. I think it will be better if you start preparing the scientific calculator. If you are still continue the school at international school, later you will be taking IGCSE or IB, something like that. It will be needing a scientific calculator. So if you want to buy a calculator, better buy the scientific calculator. That's it. And then for the paper 1, I think we can start the discussion. For the this is the question 1. We have the temperature in Stockholm at 6 a.m. and also at 12 noon. Now we have to find what is the temperature at 12 noon. Is there anyone who already tried to answer? What is the answer? Anyone can help me? Yes, the answer it will be 2 degrees Celsius. Is there anyone having any question? Is there anyone having any question how to get to? No? Okay. Usually for the unit it's already given if a maths paper, but like for science, I think the unit you have to write it by yourself. So you can only, if you directly write the answer as 2, it's already correct because the unit is already given. If you write it as 2 degree, it's also okay. The Cambridge will still accept the complete unit. And then I will move to the question to 15 square. How many is 15 square? Is there anyone knows how many is 15 square? Hello? If you forget how many is 15 square, you can write all of the calculation in the paper.
225.
Yeah. Later, even in the Cambridge checkpoint, for all of the calculation, you can keep it on the paper. But better for the calculation, you use the pencil on it. No need to erase it. You can keep all the calculation on the paper. It's okay. For the final answer, later you will be needing to write it in black ink. So make sure you have the black pen because for the Cambridge
Wait, it's
checkpoint,
legal to write the counting on the
legal.
paper?
It's legal. But better
No
you write
need
it's
to
legal.
erase.
Sorry?
No need to erase.
No need, no need. It's okay. Let me check. Let me show you. I think it's written there. Oops, sorry. You should show all your working in the booklet. So it means it's legal if you want to show all of the steps, all of the calculation on the paper. But better if you think your handwriting is not really neat, you can keep the working with the pencil. Final answer, you write it with pen. Yeah, that's it. Because you should show all of your working. So like if you forget what is 15 square, you can show it. You can write all of the calculation 15 times 15 on your booklet. It's legal. Okay, I will move to the question B. Square root of 81. How many is square root of 81? Yeah, the answer is 9. Thank you. I don't think anyone have any confusion, right? I will move to the question 3. But if you have any confusion, feel free to interrupt me. You can unmute yourself or text me anything through the chat box. Okay, let us continue to the question 3. 17.25 times 1000. How many it will be?
Wait.
Yeah, okay.
17,260.
Okay, correct, Alvin.
17260.
Yeah, correct, Alvin and also Ken. Both of you correct. Now for the question 2, how many it will be? Sorry, for the question B. 3.8
100.
divided. Okay, good job. Thank you. Is there anyone who get confused?
No, teacher.
Okay, let us move to the question 4. For the question 4 in here, we have some bits on the backs, and then we already have how many times did he get red, and then how many times he tried to take out the bit. So what is the probability of getting red?
Chor, can you explain? with
Oh,
like what he is doing.
okay. So in here there is a people. The people is taking something from the bag. There are so many things at the bags, and then he tried to take something and then record the color that he gets. And then whenever he take the bead from the bag, he just take what color is it? Oh, is it blue? I write blue. And then after I take it, I put it again in the bag. I do it again for the second time. I take the bead. Oh, this is red. I will write red. And then I put it back into the bag and so on until 50 times because Kiran does this for 50 times. And then after 50 times, he check and then he get the red beads for 15 times. Now the question is asking the probability of picking a red bead. So what is the probability? How
Of
many red
15
beads?
out of 50.
Yeah, 15 out of 50. The numbers of the red that you have out of the number of experiments. So it will be 15 out of
Then
50. You
should
can
we simplify
simplify.
it?
You can simplify.
3 out of
It's
10.
okay. Yeah, 3 out of 10. If the question did not ask anything, you can keep the answer as 15 out of 50. Or if you want to change it into 3 out of 10, it's also correct because it will be up to you. But if the question say, please keep your answer in the simplest form, you always have to simplify it. Okay? Is there
Sure,
anyone?
30%.
Yeah, if you want to write it as 30% also okay, but usually for probability we write it in a fraction, but if you write it as percentage it's also okay because 30% and 3 out of 10 they are having same value, it's still accepted. Okay, is there anyone having any question? Anyone having any question? No? Okay.
With the things inside the bag is like other things also or only beads?
Beads, I think only beads and then with different colors. With different colors.
Okay.
Okay, can I move to the next question or do you still want to ask many questions? Clear?
No.
Okay. Okay, I will move to the question 5 then. For the question 5, it's easy. We have to change the improper fraction into mixed number, and also we have mixed number to change it into improper fraction. I think enough.
6, 3
6.
out of 4.
Okay, is there
6
anyone who get,
out of 4.
yeah, is there anyone having any difficulties to get 6, 3 and 3 per 4? If you get confused, you can make a division. So we have 27 divided by 4. The result is 6. So we write the result first. And then the remainder, it will be the fraction. We have remainder 3. That's why the remainder, it will be in here. This is for the remainder. And then the 6 in here for the result. And then the denominator, it will be stay at it is. No question, right? Okay, now we have the mixed number and we need to change it into improper fraction. What it will be?
With mixed number into
Yeah, this is mixed number into an
19 out of
improper
5.
fraction. Yeah, the answer correct, 19 out of 5. So you have to multiply 3 and 5 first. 3 and 5, when we multiply, the answer is 15. After that, we plus it with the number at numerator. The denominator will stay at it is, so it will be 19 out of 9. Okay, is there anyone having any questions so far? Or everything's clear, Ira? No question? Okay, if no question, I will move to the next question. Let me know whenever you have any question, yeah. Do not keep being quiet. Okay, for the question 6, there are 26 questions. The number of the question, it will not be always the same. As long as the total marks is 50, then the number of the question will adjust how much mark that will be there, because sometimes one question it can be having like 5 marks, sometimes one question only have 1 marks, depend on the types of the question. So the number of the question it will be varied, but the total marks it will be 50 marks. But today I give you a paper with only 45 marks because I only take the question from the book 7. It's not the complete Cambridge
I
Checkpoint paper. Yes.
5B, 5B. I
Oh,
accidentally missed.
5B. Okay. 5B. I'll go back to the 5B. Wait, where is my slide? Okay. This is 5b. We have the answer as 19 per 5 for the
19.
5b. Yeah, 5b is 19 per 5.
Yeah, thank you, teacher.
Okay.
I'm correct.
Okay, then. Is there anyone who get confused so far before I continue to the question 6? No?
No, teacher.
Okay. I'll really move to the question 6. For the question 6, there is a book in a shop. It costs $15. But if we buy it online, we will get discount. And then we only have to pay 80% of the original amount. So how do we find the price if we buy it online?
15 divided by 100 becomes 0.15 and then times it by 80, or another way is a bit complicated my way.
Yeah,
But
so this is 80%. So we do 80% means 80 per 100. And then we can multiply it with the original price. The original price is 15. If you get confused, you can do canceling out. So like the 0 we can cancel, and then this is the 0 we can cancel, and then the 8 and also 10 we can divide everything by 2, so it will be 4. The 10 divided by 2 will be 5, and then the 15 and also the 5 we can cancel them. It will be only 3, so we have 4 times 3, which is equals to 12. Because you are not allowed to using calculator, I think it will be better if you try to cancel any number that you can cancel. Is there anyone having any questions so far? Is there anyone having any question? No? Okay. If you have no question, I will move to the question 7.
Wait, so the answer is what?
Yeah, the answer is $12. The answer is $12. This is the final answer. Okay. Is it? Or is there anyone who get confused still?
how are we gonna discuss number 7?
Yeah, we are going to discuss number 7 after this. That's why I'm just... yes?
You let us annotate since we have like answers. Like it's hard to describe which one do we need to answer.
Because
Teacher, what is number 6, teacher?
I'm afraid
Suddenly
if I...
the
yeah.
answer is gone.
Okay, I'm afraid if I let you to do annotation, there will be someone who will be doing scribbling, do like make any improper annotation like last time. I do not, sorry, but I still do not want you to annotate for this time. Maybe next time. Okay. Yeah, is it visible already, Ken, or is it still not visible
Already,
for you?
teacher.
Okay.
0.15
It's
times
definitely visible.
Sorry.
No, teacher, it's visible.
Okay then. Okay, I will move to the question 7.
I
Yeah.
still confused, teacher. I
Which
still
part?
confused, teacher.
Which part that is still confusing for me? In here we have 80% of this amount. Of in here, of means times. Of means times. If you get confused whenever you have percentage or fraction and then you have something with the letter of, it means times. And then we have this amount. The original price is $15 because it says 80% of this amount. So it will be the same thing as 80% of $15. Or we know that of means times, we can change the 80% times 15. Percent means per 100. So it will be 80 per 100 times with 15. How you do it? You can do cancelling like I did in here. For the 80 per 100, the 0, both of them I can cancel. The 8 and the 10, I divide everything by 2. 8 divided by 2 will be 4. 10 divided by 2 will be 5. And then after that, I think 5 and 15, I can simplify them. 15 divided by 5 will be 3, and then 5 divided by 5, it will be 1. So now we only count the leftover number. The leftover number only 4, 3, and also 1. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 divided by 1, it will be 12. That's why the answer, it will be 12. Is there anyone having any question? Is there anyone having any question or still not understandable for you? Hello?
If you do the other way, when 15 divided by 100, that one becoming 0.15, right? And then when times it by
Oh,
80,
okay.
I still don't
Yeah,
get
it's
it now.
okay. Yeah, it's okay if you want to like 100%. The original one is 100%. 100% is $15. Oopsie, where is the person? $15. And then if you want to find the 1% first, 1% first, so everything I need to divide it by 100. So 15 I divided by 100, it will be 15 per 100. Now the question is asking for 80%, so everything I will times it by 80. So it will be 15 per 100 times by 80. The answer will be the same still. Is it your question or you mean another way, different way with me? This is from 100 into 1%. I divide everything by 100. I divide everything by 100. That's why for 15, if I
Okay,
divide it
clear.
by 100, I just keep it as a fraction. And then after that, because the question only asking for 80%, so everything I times it by 80. 1 times 80, it will be 80%. And then for the 15 per 100, I times it by 80. Later you can do cancelling out again. The answer will be equals to 12 still. Yes, Alvin, can you repeat what did you say before?
Already clear.
Okay.
I
If
miscount before.
Oh, okay then. If everything's clear, I will move to the question 7. Can I move to the question 7 or is there anyone who wants to clarify anything? No? Okay. Question 7 then. This is for the question 7. For the question 7, if you want to find the result for refraction, usually you have to find the same distance. So usually I just connect it with a line. So this is one boxes, so I go in here one boxes, so I stop at this place. And then for this point I will connect it again. It's only a half boxes, so it will be only a half boxes, so it will be stop at this place. For another point, it is 1.5, so I have to go 1.5 again, stop until this place. And then for another point, do the same thing for all of the point. Later you can connect all of them. For this place it is going for 1.5, so I go for 1.5, it will be stopped at this place. And then for the other one, this is green, this one, this is like 2.5, so I have to go 2.5 again, so stop at this place. For the last point, for the last one, we have this one. This is, we go for 3 boxes, so I go 3 boxes diagonally. After I'm done, I just connect all of the end of the point that I already have. So this is, where is my pencil? So this is, I just connect all of them. Oops, sorry. My pencil is not really active. Where is my pencil? No, sorry, wait. Okay, so start from this place. This is going, because it stop and here I go up. This is before I have the point. I go down and then I connect this all of them. So the final answer will be this one. For the question, later if the original diagram is shaded, it means your hand drawing, for your drawing, it will be better if you shade it also. But if the original shape is unshaded, you can keep your answer unshaded. Okay. Is there anyone having any questions still or still do not understand? Everything's clear?
No, teacher, everything
Yeah.
is clear.
Okay, yeah, you can use mirror. You can use the mirror, something like that. Which way that
Mirror.
is easier for you, but you cannot bring mirror to the test. You only can bring a trace paper, like like a plastic, something like that for the tracing paper.
Just imagine it if
Yeah,
it is a mirror, how will it
yeah.
look like?
Okay. Usually yeah, I also imagine everything. Okay.
57 degrees.
Sorry?
57 degrees. 57 degrees. Since
57.
the other side is a right
Oh,
angle,
you are
will also
telling me
be
the answer. Okay, yeah. For the question 8, correct, the answer will be 57 degrees. As you know, if a straight line in total is 180 degree, and then we have this symbol, it means this is already 90 degree. So for the other part, it will be in total 90 degree also. So how many plus 33? It will be equals to 90 degree. We have it as 57. That's why the answer is 57 degree. Is there anyone who get confused still? No? Okay. I will move.
The answer is I'm correct. It's 57 degree.
Yeah, 57, right?
Yeah, okay. Good.
Yeah, 57. The degree.
57.
Yes, what happened?
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Can. What happened? My voice not audible? Okay. Yes. If no one have no question, I will move to the question 9. For the question 9 in here, we have, wait.
Look, question 8, teacher.
Yeah, now, is it already at question 9? Or my, yeah, okay then.
5.7.
Yeah, we have 34.2. We need to divide it by 6. The answer correct is 5.7. Is there anyone who get confused to do a division using a decimal number? If you get confused, you can just show the calculation. Try to show all of your calculation on the booklet. It's allowed. So you can do 34.2 divided by 6. As you know, 6 times 5, it will be equals to 30. So now we have a 4.2, the leftover one. 4.2 divided by 6 to cancel the decimal point in the in this place. We can put the decimal here. So later you will count it as 42 divided by 6. It will be 7. That's why the answer is 5.7. Okay, if no one have no question, I will move to the question 10. For the question 10, when you have parallelogram, there will be two main angle properties in the parallelogram. The opposite angles, they will be the opposite angles, oopsie, having the same angle, and then for the next to each other, the total will
It's
be,
one line.
yeah, the total will be 180 degree. Because it is in a one line, so we take the second properties. The 110 and also the x in total have to be 180 degree. So the x, yes, it will be 70 degree. Is there anyone having any question so far?
Teacher, can I ask something?
Yeah, you can ask me any question as long as if it is related to the maths class.
Wait, I need to wait. I will draw in the paper.
What are you going to ask, Ken?
Can you make a set?
Z. In my place, this is my Z.
And then they say that the corners inside are the same, right? Is it
Yes,
true?
correct. This is what we call as alternate angles. This is will be equal. And then there is another letter F. This is corresponding. This is equal. And also this one will be equal. This is what we call it as alternate angles. Later we will study this. This is alternate angles. This is what we call it as corresponding angle. Yes?
Don't we already study this
Yeah,
in grade?
later. In grade 8. You will be studying this in a grade 8. Yeah.
In grade 7, we already done.
Can you make a line in beside A?
What kind of line?
I'm confused what it's trying to say.
So drag a line until near opposite angle. So like straight line.
You want to make the F shapes like this? Is it?
No, teacher.
What are you going to try to write? Oh, you are making Z? Yeah. That is also okay. You can show the Z. Yeah, later for the alternate and also corresponding, we will learn it again in a grade 8. These and these are equal. That's why if in a straight line in total it will be 180 degree. So this and this in total will be as the same. But you can use the angle properties that is given in the trapezium. When it is next to each other, the total will be equals to 180. If it is opposite, so like A and C, they are opposite, their angle will be the same, 170. The angle D and also angle B, they are opposite, so their angle will be the same. Okay, for the x in here, you don't have to put the degree. Why? Because the x in here is already given as x degree. So because the question only asking for the x, it's optional, but it will be better if you do not write the degree in here because it's only asking the x. But in the diagram, you have the label in the angle ADC. It's already have the label x degree. But the question is only asking for the x. That's why for writing the answer 70, you do not need to write the unit for the degree. No need to write the symbol. Okay. Is there anyone have any questions so far? No? Okay. If you have no question, I will move to the question 11. Oh no, still another question. This one, we have the question B. We have this angle. Is there anyone knows what is quadrilateral? Is there anyone what does it mean by quadrilateral?
It's a type of shape that has four corners that all equal to 360 degree. If it's
Yeah,
more or less,
shape with four corners, correct? Shape with four corners, and then in total, the total angle has to be how many? Has to be, the total angle is 360 degree. Okay. And then for the question B, Faye says he has made a mistake in measuring the angles. Is Faye correct? Now we need to check the total angle to make sure if it is correct, the total angle for the quadrilateral or not. How many is it if I total all of them? 130 plus 65 plus 120 plus 55. If I plus all of them, it will be equal to how many? Is that
360.
Is it? Are you sure? Did you already try to plus them properly?
Wait, are you talking about the four
The
corner or
yeah. No, I'm talking about the angle that's Carl's already measured. Carl, there is a person named Carl. Carl measured the quadrilateral, and then this is his measurement. One angle is 130 degree, the next angle is 65 degree, the other angle is 120 degree, and the last angle is 55 degree. And then after,
so 55,
yeah,
70 plus 50, 120, 120 plus 120, 240 plus 30, 270, 370.
yeah, so the total in here is 370. After Carl's done measuring the angle, there is another person named Faye. Faye says that Carl already make mistake when measuring the angle. Now we have to check, is a Faye statement correct or wrong? So what do you
yeah,
think? The Faye statement is correct. Can you tell me what is the explanation?
a quadrilateral is 360 degree, but this quadrilateral is
Yeah,
370. So it is not a quadrilateral. It is wrong. So he is
yeah.
right.
Okay, that he measured is equals to 370. It's supposed to be, yeah, 360 degree. Okay, is there anyone having any question? Or my explanation is still confusing? Is there anyone having any questions so far? No? Okay. If no one have no confusion, I will move to the next question. Please let me know whenever you have any difficulties. Do not keep being quiet. For the question B, I cannot write the symbol for the degree. That's why I write it in words. If it will be better if later you write it with the complete unit. So you write it as 370 with the degree unit like this. I just cannot write it with the texting. That's why I write it in a word. Okay. I will move to the next question.
I thought there is a symbol, right?
Yeah, but like it's hard
Teacher,
to write it without any without any formula.
my
Yes.
statement is also correct, right? My explanation is
Yeah.
also correct.
Your explanation is also correct. The explanation doesn't have to be exactly like what I said. As long as the meaning is similar with mine, the Cambridge people will accept your answer still. So you can make your own words as long as it's understandable for people who will write the answer. So make sure whenever you have to write the reason, make sure the reason is understandable. No need to give so many long sentence. Just make sure it's understandable. Okay. I will move to
Are the Cambridge people from Indonesia or like
the paper will fly to Cambridge, go abroad. Yeah, will go to the England. Yeah. So
Isn't the largest minus the
yeah,
small?
correct. Yes,
Okay.
range is the largest minus the smallest. That is correct. Range is largest minus. Okay, talk about the range. Maybe we can revise some the other one.
What
Sorry.
what
What
do you
is
mean?
mean? No. What is mean? Maybe is there anyone who still remember what is mean?
Average, like
you
first you
add
plug
everything
the answer
and
and
then
divide
you
it by the
divide
amount.
by the
Yeah.
amount of the
Total
numbers.
values divided by
Total
total
of
number. Yeah,
numbers.
total number of data. Okay, do not say that mean is average. Median is also average. Mode is also average. In maths, the average, there are three types of average. So whenever I ask you what is mean, do not answer it only average, because average can be three types. It
Average.
can be mean, can be median, can be mode. All of these three things in maths are called as average.
Yeah, teacher. It's okay if we write it is a type of average that needs to plus all to add all of the answers and divide
Yeah,
it to the
yeah, it's okay. If you mention how do you find the mean, it's okay. But if you only say average, there are three types of average. So do not only whenever in maths, if people ask you what is mean, do not only answer it as average, because the median can be average, mean can be average, mode can be average. There are three types of average in maths: mean, median, and also mode. Now, for the question B, we have to find median. Before we find what the median, is there anyone who still remember what is median?
this is when you
Median
arrange it's a type
is
of average that you when you arrange all from the smallest to largest and then between the in between of it.
Yeah,
But if it's
you,
like
yeah, you have to
sometimes
find the middle data. Yeah, correct. The middle one, the middle data after we order the data from the smallest to the highest. Okay. Okay. Is there anyone having still forget maybe what is mean or the mean, and then if what is mode now? Is there anyone still remember what is mode?
mode is the one that is having the
most
very
most
popular, the
Yeah, the
most
most
most common,
popular.
yeah, the most common number or the most popular one. Okay, correct. Now let us answer the question 11. What is the range of the temperature in London? What is the range in London?
Everything will end.
Yeah, yeah, we have like 3 minutes left.
five.
What is the mean? So the mean is the highest minus the smallest. The smallest
11,
is 6, the highest is 11.
11.
So we calculate 11 minus 6, which is equals to 5. Okay, is there anyone having any question? No?
Teacher, everything is clear.
Okay then. For the question B, we have to find the median temperature in Sydney. So we have to reorder them from the smallest to the highest first before we find which one is the median. So we order it from 19. After 19, how many it will be?
20 and another
20,
20,
another
20.
20, 21, 22, 23, and then 24. Is there any number that I missed maybe? Or maybe I write it
That is
double.
good
Yeah.
until what you call it? Sunday. It's only from Monday to Sunday, which is 7.
Yeah, 7, correct. So how do you find the median? You can cancel it one by one. From the outside, you can cancel it one and then cancel another one, cancel another one. So we have the leftover one, the middle one, 21. So it
But
means
if
the
there is
median,
2, yeah,
if there are
meaning
2, you have to
Wait.
plus them and then divide it by 2. If there are two numbers left over after you cancel it one by one from the outside, it means you have to plus them and then divide it by 2. Okay, let us move to the question C. Make 2 comments comparing the temperature in London and Sydney.
London temp is lower than Sydney's, and Sydney's temperature is higher than London.
How do
Those
you
are
get
two.
it? Yeah, it's true, but how do you
The more,
find it?
well, you can just see it. The temperature is a lot higher. It's the numbers are higher. I mean, the temperature is higher, and London is so low.
Okay, the
Most of them are,
temperature. Okay, the
most of
temperature
them
in
are just only 1 digit, but for Sydney it's 2 digits. So Sydney's temperature is higher. There's
the
already.
Sydney is higher than the temperature in London. Okay. Now for the question, for the another comment. Yeah, please just finish the question C. After that, we can end up the class. Okay, for the question C, another
Question
comment, another comment because we have to write 2 comments.
London
London,
is colder
London
than
is
Sydney.
lower than Sydney. Temperature
Sorry,
in London
is lower. That is the same thing. That is the same word. No, it's not acceptable. Both of them are
Same
having
uh,
the
word
same
teacher.
meaning.
the differences in the hours are changing faster in Sydney rather than London.
What do you mean? Is there any number of? Is there any numbers in hours or anything? I don't think it's given from the data. Okay. You have to check from the question A and B. For the question A, we have the range. So you can find the range from the London and also Sydney. At Sydney, what is the range in Sydney? The smallest is 9. The highest is 24. So we can take the comment from using the range. So both of London and Sydney, oopsie, London and Sydney, oh God, are having the same range. Like this also fine. You can make this kind of sentence because if you say the temperature in London is colder than Sydney, it will be the same thing as the first sentence. Okay, is there anyone having any question? Okay, if you have no question, I think that's all for today's class. Later, please kindly print the paper. I will upload the PDF file that is more friendly for you to print. So later you can rewrite the answer there and you can use it to study.
Teacher,
Okay.
yesterday I want to print it, but